Okay, we have data from an experiment with 4 replications, and these are counts of species in a single species community, counts of individuals in a single species community and a 2 species community. And we have some statistics of our replications, including the mean, standard deviation, standard error, the difference in the means, and a t-test of these counts versus these counts. And what we want to do is plot these data using a modern show the data plot, or what's called a strip chart. So something that looks like this right here, that includes the raw data values for both groups, the mean for both groups, and the standard error bars for both groups, and even a p-value. So how do we do something like this in a spreadsheet like Google Sheets, which doesn't automatically make anything close to this? So to do this, we need to set up our data like this. And one thing to note is that this is actually a scatter plot. So this x-axis is continuous. And we're going to assign group 1 the x value of x, and group 2 the x value of, group 1 the x value of 1, and group 2 the x value of 2. And we're going to create the jitter by adding random normal variation to 1 and 2. And you can see if I just if I add something to this, because these points are random, that changes. I can do it again. All right. One thing you might want to do is get the points where you want them and then freeze this, or make it not a copy and paste these as values so that they stay constant. All right. What we need is to set up the data for community 1 in one column, community 2 in a second column, the mean of community 1 in a third column, and the mean of community 2 in a fourth column. And we start our chart by highlighting the jittered column and the community 1 column, and insert chart. And we need to add a series, and that's the second community. So we're going to add that series. And we need to add community 1 mean. So let's add a third series. And we need to add the community 2 mean. So let's add a fourth series. All right, now we have the basic plot elements on there, and we just need to clean it up. So we could start with anything. I'll start with the x-axis. So we go to customize, and let's go to horizontal axis, and we want to get rid of these tick labels, which are numbers. We want to pretend that this is actually not a numerical axis. So I'm just going to color those white to have them disappear, right? And I'm going to go back to customize, and let's change our series. Our community 1 mean series, we want to be black, and we want to add standard error bar. So we go to constant, and that standard error for community 1 is 120.2. And we want to go to the mean for community 2 right there, and we want that to be black, and its standard error is 53.5. Choose constant, 53.5. All right. Let's go back to the x-axis. and actually make it a little bit longer so that the two groups aren't way at the ends of the axis. So we want our minimum value, say, to be 0.5 and our maximum value to be about 2.5, right? That looks nicer, right? Now look what we can do. We can do something very kludgy, but it kind of works. Let's go to our access titles. Our vertical access title is easy. It's just count. Our horizontal access title, we are going to actually put the names of the groups. And the names of the groups are Community 1 and Community 2, or single species community and double species community, or two species community, how about? Right? And we want to align these. And so I'm just going to put some spaces in there. And we can put spaces in various places. Right? I can put spaces in front of this. That can help to align, right? Or not. So put your spaces in until it seems to align. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put spaces after this and move the whole thing over to the left a little bit. All right, that's not bad. Right? We want to get rid of that legend. So let's see, legend, none. And now we want to put our p-value. So we just change our title there. And that is p equals 0.107. And we want to change the size of that font. Make it something decent looking. And let's try to center it with a bunch of spaces. Right? Let's give it a nicer color. And let's make the vertical axis text size a little bit bigger, and the horizontal axis text size a little bit bigger. Not quite as big as that. That means we need to change our spacing a little bit. This is why it's a kludgy mechanism. We need to take away some of these spaces. Right? So something like that. I don't know why spaces at the end don't work. Spaces at the beginning definitely work. Okay, so that's the best we can do if we want to use these labels. Right? And there we have a modern strip chart. We can even do something like this. Like I said, let's take those data, copy it, and paste values. Right? Now if I change something in the chart, those jittered values don't change. That's it.